I'm gonna have to make sure that this is like standing up in the way I want it. I see that I am currently actually live. I'm gonna have to zoom in as well, and I need to lift it just a tiny bit up. The sun hasn't started to shine on on like my face, so I mean that's a great start. I hope the music isn't too loud, or like I don't know how well I was heard the last time, but since the sun ain't shining, I have a light there, so it's not that dark. Well, hello, welcome to this thingy. I don't know who's watching, but someone is. But I can't really see it there. But I want to show you something. It's really cool. It's at least a big part of the dress that I am currently making. You see, it's like it's folding on itself. It's really cool. And then I will have to make these then I would have to make these like straps, or like thingies that go all the way around to the back, and it can sort of stand on its own, which is kind of fun. And I have these two laces going, one all the way to here, and this one also go around the waist-ish. I don't know how far it'll be, but the only thing left is to make the straps, and then, you know, tug in all these loose strings. And I put a white border around, like, essentially the whole thing, which I think was a great idea because it sort of unifies it in a better way. Right? It's gorgeous, I promise you. And for oops. And like, I don't know how long it's going to like move down on my body. So I have this long black like sweater, but it's just really long. I need to remove this because it is strangling me. And I want it to be a bit more open neck, so I will have to cut it and then like stitch in everything, because I know this is produced by a machine, so it's not that bad. And maybe I will make like shorter arms and like make it like at least to here ish. And then with the bottom, it's really exciting because I will cut it, and then I will take these parts and like make it into the sides again, so it is like also another under layer that is cohesive throughout the whole thing, which is something I will need to figure out how to do. But here we are. I can zoom it in again because so it's better for you to watch, essentially. Now I was sort of scared that this was all the like thin black yarn that I had left. But I have this, and I'm a bit... No, wait, hold on. I have this, which is thin yarn, because this is the thick one, which I'm using only for the black ones. So I have more of it. Best followers, just Prime and viewers on mountviewers.com. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Anyway, I'm not tolerating that. You're gone for 10 minutes. I think that's necessary. It's essentially. Now, right? I would have to. I can use this one because I will start crocheting because that's what I'm here to do. Ouch, fuck. I think small soda cans are actually trying to kill you. Now, there we go. I felt the sound was a bit too loud. Now, what I did wrong last time was I crocheted on the wrong side. So luckily, I remember which side I'm supposed to crochet it on now, which is vital. And I also did 11 stitches, which was also a bit wrong. So I will have to keep that at bay. I am not doing that again. And I will start this alignment with a little type of noose around it, like small starting stitches or whatever, so it's a bit easier to know where they are, and like it may help me stitching the other pieces together as well, and I hope that it does. Now, let me find the last one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That means it goes in there. Perfect. And I'm gonna keep it strong. And like, fuck it, I lost it. Yes. Now, I had a sort of weird dream. It's the dream I had. I usually only get like pre-runs of other dreams, and at least the ones I can remember. Maybe it's because, oh wait, I've been here before. I can like rule this place. This is my domain. But it's like, you know, lucid dreams. You can like have total control over your dream, but it's sort of a halfway point into that. Like, I want to follow the story, you know, see where it goes. So at least the first thing I remember is being in like this house, and mom wanted to make a toilet in the living room, just an old regular toilet in the middle of where you usually watch TV. And I was like, you're not really doing that. And that was like sort of ongoing debate, kind of. And then I saw that she's actually done it, and then out of rage, I went to like my dorm room, at least where I believe to be like actually living, and I had a conversation or like sort of debate ish with my best friend in real life, of course, and she it got a bit heated, and I don't remember what we were talking about, of course. But you know, when we were having this debate, and I was like started to cry because of course I would, and she's like, "Why the fuck are you crying? This literally has nothing to do with you." And I was like, "But you sound angry, and I don't know what I've done wrong." And she's like, "Well, you've done nothing wrong." What? So I just sat and leaned my head on her lap for a while, which is like cute, cozy, nice. Um, and then I went into a time machine to a different dream that I've also had before. Um, we, and the time machine is actually quite prevalent in that dream, because it suddenly you can't just go back again, and this world is like seemingly very normal, but there's something going on, and you can feel it all around the town. There's like something, just the concept of it not being completely right. And I forgot to tell Discord that I was live. Anyway, it's sort of fun. The the time machine is really fun because you just spin around a lot, and then quantum mechanics, you spin so fast that you just appear where the machine also was created. So I think I would have been coming to the past. I am live with a heart. Sorry. And it's a bit weird. I think I was like, had to teach the people from the past how to quantum physics to time travel, or like place, at least with this device that they were starting to get working, that worked in my time, right? Plot points and such. And I you know how it's like, well, are you, if you're getting a fortune that says you're going to be with your special like future, your true love on Valentine's Day. Maybe you get that as like fortune from I don't know, Snapchat, Facebook, whatever. You remember Facebook? I mean, and anyway, and because of that, you think, well, then I'm just going to stay home. Does the fortune know that you're going to just stay home? Or did it think that you would actually go do something because you had a plan, like, you know, maybe I'm gonna go out and do shit? Or does it know that you, like, yeah, that I'm not, right? Um, so it's sort of that kind of thing, but only that it knew it, like, I had to go to the past to help them make it in the first place. That was like quintessential, like, it had to be done one way or another. Now that one got a bit loose. At least with the connection of these, they need to be tight. I figured out, you know, all by myself. But yeah, that's kind of fun. I had that dream, and then I thought, wait, what's the clock? And then I turned around, destroying the dream, looked at the clock, and it's like 1. Wow. I said I might be streaming at 12. Wow. Amazing. So, and then I used a long time to get ready, of course. I must have used an hour and then some. No. If it was 1 when I woke up, I have used less than an hour actually, which is kind of fun, exciting, innovating, at least for me. Now, at least with this jacket, I don't think it will look like this jacket. No way. Because there's too many, like, you can't fit squares into every single piece. Like, already this, like, edge won't be able to show. So, I'm thinking a squared, it will look more like a squared cardigan. But I don't want it to look like a cardigan because that's so long time ago. It will like be like ish to my hips or a bit more, but I will try to take how to explain it, like, college jackets, they usually have like these small like indents with like some stretchy-ish materials on like the collar and like the wrist and like the edge downside. So I'm thinking if I look up a tutorial like how to image Google search, because that's where I get all my knowledge from, I will figure out how to like make a what's it called, like like knitting visually, and it's like triangles and like shapes like V's all over one side, and then it's like not on the other side. So I want it to be like one row of like triangles and then the same amount of like the back stitches, and then going so it's like poofy, and it's, yeah, it looks more like a college jacket edge, if that paints a picture in your head. No. Which is like, it's the best I can do. Don't. So I don't think I had anything else I planned to say. But let me count these. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then I need another one right in the corners. Now. And then I would have to continue it on, and I feel like it's coming together. And I don't know, the skirt, when I had like laced it, I looked at the back and I thought, wow, that looks edgy. Like, it's some sort of emoification. Although all the colors, it's like, it has so many colors, how does it look edgy? And it's more of the silhouette and the way it's like produced, and the like messiness of the colors make it like really, oh, I had to make it with colors, I didn't have any other choice. It looks really scrap yarny, which is why I started to make it, because I had a ball of big yarn. I had like the late, like the start, you usually have on any crocheting project, you know, the like first row of nooks or whatever they're called, like only really loose, so like really loose, and it's like sort of fluffy. It can be like stretched and like really thin, or you can have it like a bit more fluffy-ish, you know. Right, and it's the start of it. At least I can't remember quite, but I had the yarn I used for as laces essentially on the first project. I tried the first trial and error attempt of that dress was the lace yarn as a waist and then going out, but it was not like folded, so it was like coming at the same length and then extended only in the back. And then I thought, this ain't floofy, this ain't like puffy enough. So I started to extend it like in the middle of this, and I, you know, had a decent length. I took it on and I thought, yeah, I look like an egg. I'm gonna get my cat indoors because he's at the window. Hi, Oscar. Ja, du har nog mat. Maybe we're blessed and he comes up to like help me. But yeah, it would, the first thing I tried to make of the dress you saw, not that, yeah, the dress would be more of a, as like in its original blueprint. I don't know what type of dress, but it's just a simple, like really simple laced, no, not laced, simple dress. I couldn't figure out how to like make the top part, so that was also an issue that I wanted to avoid having to deal with, and thus I started making a folded pinafore dress. Yes, where's the I'm confused. Now, I need to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Amazing. Now, the next one. You know, you can't finish one and it's like, oh, it's done, because no, you have so much more to do. At least when I made the white border on the dress, I found out like how to like logistically make the tuck, make the what's it called, to make the edges connect to each other in a proper manner, which was kind of hard, not gonna lie. It was a struggle. Oh. Now, other words I can say and talk as if I am a professional speaker. I was thinking that maybe if I use yesterday to make more squares, that would kind of be a bit professional, you know, preparing for something. I didn't do that. I watched Adventure Time and I ate popcorn, which obviously is so much better. But I could have done it simultaneously. There's no reason not to, essentially. But I think the thought was, well, I'm not that far ahead in this project. It can be avoided for a little while longer, you know. So yeah, I avoided it, but that's okay because I don't really. I want at least to stick with these for the back, and then I can make the other color yarn for like the arms and such, or like at least the edges, whatever. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need one more. What? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, of course, I'm sort of blind. And, you know, the edges, sometimes it's hard to tell where, you know, they're supposed to go, if you understand. Now, I don't know how to do make the sleeves sort of integrated in a well manner, but maybe I will just have to make the front and the back and make the arms sort of in between, but I feel like it would be too flat, if that makes sense. I don't feel like that would just all of a sudden fucking work. So I would have to maybe add another like stripe underneath the arms, so it's like compensated for like movement and a 3D structure. Because although I am tiny in the sense of volume, I am thus, regardless, 3D. I have dimensions. I am a person in all the regards and qualifications that is necessary to be a human. Yeah. Now, maybe I get bored of this. Maybe, perhaps, to just do this and this, these lines. Yeah, but I have backup plans. If like, if this is so tiring, I can bring back the dress and I can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Amazing. Because I think that these are a bit odd, but I am confident that it is okay. You know, it started to like spin around and I was like, wait a minute. Wait 5 whole seconds. Yeah, because that's definitely wrong. Anyway, I was going to, I can have this one. Yeah. Through this one right here and this one. And all the way like that. And I think these threads are going to annoy me when I'm finishing it. Fuck. Oops. When I'm finishing up the jacket. But I have at least 3 hooks that I can like use as buttons, and I think something really cool, I could buy some more, and it would be like mismatching the buttons. They wouldn't like match, but they like are ish similar. So I'm not having a button. I'm always just hooks. So yeah, it will just look like a bunad thingy, because the first one I bought was essentially for the cape I was trying to make, but that didn't work. So now I have 3 hooks pairs that I need to find a use for, so I don't forget them, essentially. Now, I think I would have to have one more. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, I was correct. As always, the bringer of light, the all-knowing elephant in the room. Yeah. Where can I punch this one through? I don't know if I'm just bad at crocheting squares, or like that I should have. I planned to do actual granny squares, but it got a bit confusing. Because all the pictures I saw was using different yarn, but I wanted to like continue on the same yarn, because its colors they change, you know. So I got a bit frustrated, yeah, by it not computing to my brain what they did to like not only like fix the like edges and like how they started the new one. It didn't make any sense, and I gave up pretty quickly. I found in my box in my room a type granny square ish, only it was a circle, and I extended, like I added too many towards the end, so it didn't lay flat, and that was a bummer, to say it nicely. But anyway, I wish I had more Coke, like Coca-Cola. Like Fanta is fantastic in every single possible way, but you can't beat Coke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Another one. Perfect. And now I'm continuously making this sort of. I need to find the scissors. You know. Who would have thought that I, with scissors in my name, could possibly forget to get the scissors? Perfect. Now, let's see what I've created. It is magnificent, honestly. It's mosaic. Perfect. Now I need to do these lines, and in that sense I would have to do it on this side. Yeah. Not only is the like all these making it not pretty, but these visual lines is not something I want. Hey yo Marcus, we're crocheting today. And I've made this. It's a train line, but we're not going to have this on the like front of it. And I've explained a lot, but I don't think you've seen this. Oh, this amazing piece of art that I created. And you know, when I started streaming on Sunday or Saturday, like not yesterday, but like the day before, I thought maybe I can paint that over again, because that's something artists do. But it was just too tiring. I couldn't fit myself to have the energy to actually do that. But anyway, so I'm making this jacket, and I wouldn't have started doing this unless you were here to peer pressure me into doing it. But I also made a dress thingy that I showed it a while, some minutes ago, but I can show it again. It's a pin-up-ish dress, so I only need the like arms around it. But anyway, this is really, really pretty, and I do believe that the jacket we're making will look amazing with this under it, and it is really, really heavy. Thank you. I really like it. It's like it's really scrap yarny-ish, and having the white around it, and then also the front thing. So I need like white or blue. I've decided to have as like straps, which is it will be amazing. Now it's 10. Thank you. I really enjoyed it, making it, and like actually making it. Now I need to like make these and connect these, and I'm a bit concerned as to how I would do it, but let's make it this way so it's a bit easier. Now I was a bit concerned that it would be harder to make the sides come together. That's why I avoided doing that first. But yeah, this I don't know how many stitches is necessary to make this thing come together and like be one instead of lines, and it's really hard. But anyway, I have completely given up on trying to have like a professional setup, and it has surprisingly enough made it easier to stream because I'm just doing it from my phone. You know, the simple, you know, it's a Norwegian saying that the simple, the easy is always the best, which is prophetic in any in every single way you can possibly view it. Now, I messed up. But if this line goes well, I will be thrilled. It is hard, looking, where can I punch these holes in, what sense would it be appropriate, because they don't have the knots or the ties, so it's not that easy. It's a bit frustrating, actually. Fuck. And yeah, it might have to do with that the ends aren't at the same place, which is kind of hard to explain why that is, other than having two pieces. So it's there is a diagonal groove to them. They do match, they have trails to them, and having it the opposite way will make the trails not even. I don't believe that was easy to see, but that's okay. It happens. But anyway, I forgot the words I was speaking, as always. But I am grateful that I am capable of doing this. And you, as my witness, I will have to do it. That's mainly the thought that went behind my head. Now, if I can move this line without having and picking up this one. Thank you. I mean, you're welcome, myself. I said to myself, now. I don't know how flush this will turn out, which is why I am sort of on edge, I'm a bit insecure, but I'll see quicker than I realize how it turns out. The only fright I have is to make the punching the hole way too tight, and when it's too much fabric in between, so it doesn't really flat out. I think you got this. Thank you. I also really do believe, ouch. I also really do believe I've got this, and I have a backup plan in case it doesn't sit flush, and that is something I saw on TikTok, believe it or not. It is to put a moist clout, wet-ish fabric on top of what you want to flush out, and then put a steam iron on top of it, because fabric is you can I don't know the name of it, but if you put warm water and soap into wool, you can make these balls, which we've done in kinder school. Kindergarten, gee. That's always good to have. I have backup plans. It is necessary. This is, with this yarn, I am now on the third thing that I am making out of this exact same yarn, which is just a testament to see how many times you are willing to take out and like do the thing over again. But I have cut it into so small pieces that I won't allow myself to do that, like to take it up again and start over. I am refusing. No, not in a million years. That is now illegal. Just because all the pieces and all those small knots, it wouldn't be pretty if I were to like take it out and like make the yarn like come to one long line again. It wouldn't be pretty. It would be a bit very raggedy and painful and like annoying to work with, because it's not just one flush line. You know, I was trying to make a cape out of this yarn. I made a big triangle at first, and yeah, you would have guessed that making just a big flat triangle would make a cape. But I didn't realize that. I had to do it first and then realize, wait a minute. I put it up on my wall as like a tapestry kind of thing, but it was so ugly. It wasn't pretty. I had to make something else of it. So I tried like actually constructing like a neck piece, like extended from here all the way, making it flush. I figured out how to make it flush. Actually, I just didn't have to extend it all side. I had to have a flat alternating line to make this half circle that I essentially wanted. But it was getting really frustrating because I worked on like these separate small pieces and finding out pretty fast that making it go the same length out at all points in time where I like made the like stitches or whatever. It was hard making it, and like brain cells were damaged and just but if this ain't it, this ain't it. Right. Peculiar. Anyway. Now I am at the edge of my wheel, I mean of this line. If I can. Like this. Does this work? It does. It's a it's a bit odd. I can try stretching these like threads away. Yeah, I like this, and it looks better than with the line, because then it will sort of go out, but this will make it kind of look a bit more puffier, like a bubble jacket. Precisely. Now, I will just have to do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more times. Amazing. and then I would have to figure out the like further back part, but yeah. Oops. It'll be nice. It'll be okay. It'll work itself out magically. Because nothing I do have any reason nor explanation, so therefore you can't say it's anything but magic. Now I will have to put it onto the edge. Tightening it. And then continue on forward like a battalion or a brigade. Brigade, we say in Norway. It's like the uniformation, like I don't know what it is in English. I'm sorry. I can't explain my thoughts properly enough. Anyway. I can't get it through the thingy, but I managed. Now. I will have to make sure that it makes sense. Maybe if I don't tighten at least these edges that much, it will sort of sit a bit more flush, like flat. But I don't know how that would look. I think perhaps the spacing between them would be a bit just a bit odd. Not that this spacing isn't weird, but I have figured out that if I put the end on if I put the end stitch in where the start or like the edges of this work, it will be a bit more united. Not like the football thingy, but as a whole and as a creation of my fingers and imagination. Yeah, that makes sense. But that did not make sense. I think I should have paid more attention to like längd och breddegrad, like which way these things go in, because this was a bit annoying that they aren't the same. Like putting it through isn't the same amount of yarn within the things, you know. It makes sense. It's just a bit hard to comprehend nor explain. Yeah. Now, I have I haven't done a lot of things since I last regularly streamed a bit more. So it's not very there's not a lot to tell. I mean, I don't know quite sure. It's like thinking is really easy, but to remember those thoughts and translate them into words is kind of hard in the way that it's figuring out what the thought was and remembering that, yeah, that was kind of cool. I can talk about that. And it's kind of what? It's a glitch inside your own brain. But yeah. I did update the picture of my on my YouTube account. So now I have a monster can in like the profile picture, which I think is just amazing and astonishing and the best thing I could possibly have as an image there. So oops. I don't know what's wrong with it. Yeah, I think it was just the computer being dumb. How is it going? It is going quite well, I would say. I don't have much emotions of anything, so therefore it's going great. I am crocheting, and it is sort of tiring because it's just the same little small line. Overall, it is going to be a jacket, and it's coming out kind of good, you know. It's the same method as if you were making like a patched blanket or a patched pillowcase. That was what I was thinking about. And like a lot of other things. So I made one complete square that is connected to one another, and it is looking amazing, if I must say it myself. Now, yeah, it's definitely better than having the thick border. Now, I have more than half left, but that's okay, because I am strong, I am ongoing, I am determined, at least making this finish now. Because maybe it is a bit much. Just finish, like it's the start of a project, or like the start of constructing a garment, as the cool people call it. So therefore, you know, continuing onward for eternity is sort of tiring, you know. It seems never ending. A fancy garment, precisely. It is going to be a jacket, a really simple jacket. That is, it's my computer that is being glitchy and such. I don't think the actual stream is, but it's not zoomed in anymore. Did that work? That was kind of close. Yeah, I mean, that was better, or no, it didn't change anything, but at last, um, I, uh, right in the start of any project, it's like you've just started. This could take ages. This could take no time whatsoever, or you could still be doing it while you're 70. You know, there's if you're just going off the top of your head, it's kind of hard to tell, you know? So, therefore, doing a lot at first is exhausting. But I mean, the more you are able to progress, the easier it gets. But that's tiring, not only for the soul, but for the mind and for the ability to continue on. It is weird. It did a zoom in. I did a zoom in with my fingers because I'm filming from my phone, making it this high and fancy resolution. Because you know I have professional things, but the professional things are being small little fucking shit kids, and I am so tired of having to function it with those types of things, and making that work is just exhausting now. I gave up, straight up. But doing streaming with your phone is so easy. I mean, if I am ever capable of like being professional, I don't think I would bother doing like having a like professional-ish setup. I think the phone is how professional it's going to get. But I don't. Can you tell me if it is like my view of the stream that is buffering, or if you are experiencing like slowness? Because at this point it is starting to make me paranoid. It's fine on my end. Great. That means it's just inside my head. I mean, it's just my bad Wi-Fi. This is peak streamer quality. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I have fought long and hard to make it this quality. I mean, if you're interested, not that I'm going to what's it called, promote myself, but I have a YouTube, and if you just view the thumbnails, you can see the quality and the differentiating in like not only setting but quality and quantity and everything. And I think that's pretty cool actually to have to be able to see the differentiating things. Like, I have evolved. It is true. It is as they say, the prophet. It's the start of the story, you know, and I enjoy that. So I am really grateful that you believe this to be best quality. Now, if these threads would just be able to work. Fuck. Making. I am unsure whether or not making these ends would be easier first or last. At least now it's kind of hard, but oh, I made a lot of them. Oops. But the maybe it's just because there's not a definitive loop-de-loop that I can go through. I think it's just inside my mind once again. But if I've come this far, I can continue on forward now. I will have to mush it through. I feel like I'm violating some of the yarn's like safe space or like rules while just plummeting through, going anywhere I can find a hole, you know. But anyway, it's necessary. It needs to be done. I don't think they mind. No. So that was a rumble. Don't look like wind, don't look like anything. That means the gods are angry. Now I am halfway ish. Yeah, I am. Amazing. Now I do believe I did the like long striped and then where they meet in the corners, like I tighten it too much there, sort of, but it doesn't look like that. So it'll be fun, it'll be exciting to figure out. No, that's this is the loop-de-loops I was talking about. It's just triangles. I don't have another word for it. I mean, as you can tell, I am so professional that terminology isn't something I can remember. I am that professional that making the that making the thing is more important than describing it, you know. Yes, very expert. Thank you. I am that just genius. And yeah, I think this is also with art, like painting and such. If I just do it enough, I am essentially a professional. And I don't know why that is. Maybe it's in the genes that I am able to create, or maybe it is just what I am as a being. It's getting philosophical in here. Philosophical, that's the word. I mean, maybe you can't be a smart person if you don't know the words you're speaking. But is it the words you're speaking that is the matter, or your intent by speaking those words? I mean, I feel the brain emoji inside my head. Yes, precisely. Now, yeah, what I said earlier, I made the corners a bit too tight. It's a bit hard to recognize where they actually are. stomping through this also seemed to be a bit of a challenge. So maybe, possibly, maybe if Arle to continue on, maybe I need to do the sides first so I can like see and then to like the other part, but the like proper ends, they are making so that it is at least how long it is supposed to be, and these ends can be like any amount of like stitches or like connect the four, you know. So it is a bit odd, and it doesn't really help me at all in any way, shape, or form. But this is taking shape, and I think that is more important. Not that I am capable of comprehending nor following my own words. But yeah, I do believe everything I say, and I do mean everything I say. It's just the way I say it that is a bit like on the nose, maybe not. And I think that's funny. It's actually hilarious. That hole did not want to function the way I wanted it to. I just kept picking up the same like threads that I didn't want to pick up, which is bad. It is no good. It is annoying. That is that, and that's what it is. It's just annoying. Now, let me get to this end. If it will let me. There's the sister. I mean, shout out to myself. Perfect. It looks adorable already. Now, I mean, yes, that's what I mean. Any plans for the week? Just crocheting. If it's not this, it's the dress, and if it's not the dress, it is. No, that's all the crocheting I'm doing. Maybe. No. Just crocheting. I mean, I could paint, but I've sort of moved it away. It's no longer liable to do more than one thing at the same time. Now, I will have to do a small little tail, and I will fold it to the new tortured end. Hi, Oscar. No. I think I should have like stretched it out because some of these are a bit too tight and some of these are a bit too not tight. Yes. That makes sense. Now we're getting started by this, and I'll just need to penetrate my way through the yard. Oh. It really doesn't matter that much if it's like some of them are too tight and some of them are a bit too loose, because it just makes them poofier, maybe. It makes them a bit more texturized. It makes them come to life. No. This is tiring and annoying because sometimes it wants to go inside the hole that I am like perfectly made. Sometimes it doesn't want to, and when it doesn't want to, I will have to use force. And when I use force, it just doesn't want to perfectly, and it makes me, or you know, the angry emoji, definitely that. And sometimes it just goes smoothly. Yes. But I think possibly if I were smart enough to like figure out how many stitches I would have to do like up and down, possibly, maybe, if I could just have it into like one big piece, you know. I mean, after a while, shouldn't it get easier? No. At least with these ends, it is a bit 50-50 whether or not you get the start of the edge or not. But poking it through these sides are as annoying and frustrating as it was here. I mean, it goes faster and it's I'm a bit more confident in where I'm poking the crochet hook, but it's not easier poking holes. That does not change. If that made sense. Oh my gosh, because I'm picking up yarn that I didn't want to pick up, and having the things where it would be hard to get the things, you know, it's frustrating, at least because constantly I can't not pick up thread that I didn't want to pick up. It's sort of inevitable at this point. So the only way it gets easier is that I know a bit better what I'm doing, and maybe it's just a way to test your ability to be calm and meditate, I would assume, but it gets easier in the way of experience, but like doing it does not, because there's dumb holes everywhere. Yes. Two more, and I am tired. Aren't there machines for this? I mean, you could have a sewing machine, but I mean, you could have a machine that crochets and knits, but then you would know how to have that machine to work, and then you would also, I think you would have to know the whole pattern and the mechanics to that pattern, to the whole thing you're doing, and then you would just have to assemble the like bigger individual arm and front pieces and back piece, but I don't have the machines for this. No. Two more, and then I will cry. I mean, then I will be happy that I finished this one piece of the back. And then I will I will simply, the most easiest way to measure, to see if things fit, is to just put it up against your body. And when I have done with these, I will see whether or not they do fit. And then I will have to regroup and think of how do I make the front pieces, and how do I make the arms, and how do I exist continuously on. Yeah, that's what I need to figure out. Perfect. And yeah, wow, that's deep. I mean, it's very surface level of deep. I don't know how deep your arms can get. I mean, no, I don't know how to put that in the thought into words, but it's easier if you just are doing something, because it's easier thinking of doing than it is thinking of being. Yeah, precisely. I am deep, but I'm not 14. I am 83 years old. So I have life experience as well. And you could say it makes you wise, but it will also make you more concentrated on the things you have learned and continuous learned, and you're probably just crumbling up in your own bubble. Streaming from the retirement home? Yes. I mean, if you're 80 or something, you wouldn't necessarily be in a retirement home. I would assume. I don't know how. Yeah, you would be dead. No, you wouldn't be dead. You don't die before you turn 80. There's a bunch of people that are over 80. I don't remember how old my grandparents are, but I do believe they're over 70. So, and none of them are in a retirement home. So, yeah. Not necessarily. I don't believe in retirement homes. I would never go there myself. Luckily, at least I think coming to a retirement home is truly your choice and not like other people in your family, because that fucking suck. If your whole family wanted to pluck you into like a hole of old rats and pigs, I mean, best followers prime, that's there. No more ads. No more bad people. Maybe I should find out where I were banning words and then ban.com. Yeah, and Prime. I will ban the word Prime and Amazon, anything, to make sure no commercialization of the things no commercialization in my chat. I mean, no, it would. Don't you know that it sees like the word, and it's like any amalgamation of that word is illegal. So yeah, I mean, it's take the risk while you still can, because I don't remember where like the settings for that are, so you have at least until next time. I mean, if you get more popular, Twitch Prime will be important, but that is a good argument. But the people who just say best followers, primes, and viewers on mountviewers.com, that's not it. That's not Amazon Prime. That's not Twitch Prime. I mean, so it's just that I would have to like ban, but people writing Prime in chat wouldn't necessarily be a problem. It's just the 3 people who have come in and said, this website for Prime viewers. So yeah, that's the only thing I don't want. And we are on the last one. Yes. We're sticking through, making it work. It seems you drink a lot of soda. No, it's the, I mean, no, not, I don't drink that much soda. If I am drinking soda that day and streaming, I would preferably do it while I'm streaming, you know, have something to sip on. But I don't have any more soda, so I can't drink anymore soda. Unless it's still some in that specific can. But you drink a Fanta and you have Coke in front of you. No, this is empty. I mean, there's a bit of drops, so I won't turn it upside down. But it doesn't exist. Neither does that one. So I don't drink soda. What? I have never heard such lies and deceit and deception, and yeah, it doesn't exist. I am not judging, just an observation. Soda, never heard of that. Yeah. I mean, soda doesn't exist. I watched Adventure Time, and they were obsessed with the soda, and then the underground people destroyed the company that was still like producing soda, and because they stole the baby, and then they stopped stealing a baby and destroyed the thingy, and yay, no more capitalism in the future. Yay. And no more capitalism, fuckers. Yes. But I mean, in that sense, Adventure Time world as like a way to live. I mean, they have magic and all that, which is cool, but the predominant freedom they have is really cool. And the bad people always get stopped either way, so you won't like risk your way of living. It's a great show. It is a magnificent show. It's the episodes are like consistent and short. It happens a lot inside the show, like each episode, and it is perfect the way it is. Yes. Now losing the loop-de-loop, and I am binge watching it, if people still call it binge watching, or at least as much content of that show I can handle while existing, you know. Predominantly my days have been watching that show. I am on season 6, I assume. Yeah, I started to watch it because watching Supernatural got a bit too boring, honestly. It's always the same thing. Oh no, some world shattering monster world. This is going to kill us. Oh my gosh. And at least, I mean, I love Misha Collins, but he's not in the season that I am watching, because he like swam with the Leviathans and sort of died, but he comes back, and it's waiting for him to come back is tiring. Fuck. And Supernatural is 1,000,000 seasons long. No, it's 12. I think I'm on the 6th or 5th season. I am a bit unsure because it's been out since I watched it. But yay, we have a long square. Now I see that I could have another piece here, but it depends on, because like it's always already wider than my shoulders. I don't think it is necessary to have it even wider, which is a good thing. It's it shows strength and character. Now, that means the front will have 4 lines, which is a really easy thing. I don't know how like far down it will have to go. Maybe, perhaps, if I stretch out, this would be just about too short this wise, this lengthwise, so maybe at least 3 more on like the length, to use this as a measurement for more wider we need width. No, that's what I concluded that we don't need. So because it's longer than my shoulders. Look at this, right? It doesn't need to be wider like this jacket here. Now, yeah, I a bit uncertain how to make arms, but I think if I have like made this all the way down, you know, with all these other pieces all the way down, and I have half, and I have 2 other pieces that is the same length down, and only like 2 pieces like half and half, and then I connect them on like the sides and on the top, and then I like very square-ish just continue on with arms outside, if that makes sense. But I will have to drink. Make some armies or like arm things. It was a bit unclear, but I am a bit restless. As you can see, I am moving. I am now. What if I mean, I can fold this because yeah, it makes sense. I am uncertain. Maybe I will just do 2 patches that connect them and have them to be double, so it's like strength, and then just continuing straight forward with just squares, and they can connect in some weird way under the arm. and I am quite uncertain of how to do this, but at least like if I use some small squares to make it make sense, like you have the front and like the back, right, and they are connected here, and then it's like from the next piece it just continues on being an arm, and right, and on the other side as well it just continues on being an arm just from a square. And I think that's how we're going to solve this problem. Now I need to air, right? I am uncertain if you, I mean, of course you would have to get some air with me, of course. So Google if unsure. Yes, I will have to Google, but I can turn the camera around. So easy just being able to use your phone. Now, I will have to Google it and look at reference pictures, but hold on. Now, I am an old lady in most senses, but at least my hair, it really shines red if the sun is behind me. So like I can't take nice ginger haired selfies, which suck. But anyway, I think that 8 or like 2 minutes of silence for praying for Ukraine or something is healthy. To have seconds of not talking, because constantly speaking, you know, all the big streamers just zoom out, doesn't speak for a while. And I think if I have air breaks and bring you with me and just have a moment of silence, it will be healthier for me. So you can watch the sun. I like that the bird or moment of silence for her voice. Yes, precisely. I did enjoy that the birds were like talking and making sounds, because it's really lovely. I don't know how good the image of the sun was, but anyway, I will charge my phone, not allowed, and I will put it on this nice and handy stand, and I will do this, and I will actually have to pee, so look at this painting while I pee. Now, it's a great painting. Thank you. I really like it because I don't know how much you can see, but at least in the like lighter spots, it shines gold. I don't know how to like make you see it better, like which point of light would have to like be at, but you could sort of possibly see it just a bit. But I am back. I exist now, and I am thinking that I would have to look up how jackets are made. And that did not necessarily make it easier for me. At least not at this. Oh, I found something with squares. And I did not necessarily want to go to the website, but I want it to. Okay. It is, I can show you. Cause this, it's a bit, it has like extended things here, and it's not like the end is not the actual like lineage of the end, and that can make things a bit odd for me. Now, I need to confirm that it is placed in a nice way. Is that good? Yeah, it is. It's a bit wider shot. Right. Anyway, I am thus obviously a bit tired of making that, but I can put that one there because it's a bit big, you know. So I will have to guesstimate, like guess how much of these would possibly reach and how much of the back is actually possible to make out of these pieces. So I will put these like so, this, and I would, yeah, like this, and I need it to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Fuck. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shit. I don't think I have enough squares. So maybe if the rest, like the downside of it, is black, possibly. Or maybe it's the arm fabric thing, because I think it doesn't look like I have enough of this type of yarn, and I want to have some consistency. So I have one extra. Anyway, now, so I can have this together, but that would be too short, right? So then I would have to use that fabric, and maybe this can be the bottom or closer to the bottom, and I don't know whether or not I want like a black outline, like with these squares, to have this down at the bottom of the jacket, and then have this like knitted crochet thingy down under, like halfway under, so it sort of seeps through. But that would have to be in black, so maybe, possibly, perhaps, I am confused, but that's okay. And maybe, perhaps, what if I take all these small pieces and I gather them up, and I put them here, and then I fold this and place it there, so I know it's one extra, and it's not ideal, and therefore, thus, I will sort of give up just for a little while, but because I can do other things. Now, if I take this yarn out of it, and I consistently know that these are for colors and this is for the black, I can show you this is for knitting, because I would rather, that's some glue, I would rather what's it called, embroider right now, to sort of mix it up, because that was tiring. Gee, it was really tiring and exhausting for my soul. Now, I have a lot of small pieces of yarn. I don't have like, I mean, I must have like a jar or something for it, but I don't know where that is for the moment. So, but we'll do some embroidering, because that's fun. That is enjoyable for the masses, and it's enjoyable for me as well. Now, perfect. Now I have all the colors assembled, and we're going to crochet something on this jacket. Now, it is sort of hard to crochet on like this really thick fabric, but nonetheless, we're going to do that. Or I mean, I will, and you'll watch, sit and learn, I mean. So, I want to make it small. Maybe I made it a bit. I made this flower a bit too in the middle, but that's probably okay. I don't think it would be such a problem. Now this thing is very old, but I can zoom in a bit if that is ideal. I'll have to check. Yeah, that's nice. And then I tighten it. And then I tighten the fabric, like just pull it just a bit, you know, so it's a bit bongo drummy-ish, and then I will have to find my needles. because that's important. Now, I thought a nice thing to do is to have some sort of forest. Now that's kind of hard because everything I do I am essentially winging in all senses possible. So I think maybe we make some birds first. Some tiny little birds. I think I have a regular pencil to like mark out where I want the different things to be. Maybe a bird here and a bird here. Yeah. And maybe one up here as well. And then some trees. I don't know how well sketching on this is. But anyway, it is a nice sort of mix up for that senses, because I'm gonna be streaming till the sun comes closer now. And then I want a bush here, so it's like closer, so it sort of has depth. And I want a big bush here too, with like other different flowers and such. And I will have to figure out how to do that. But maybe it can be like water in front of it as well. But we're going to have a small set of trees and some birds, which is easy. Now, I am professional embroiderer, if that's the term, I don't know, but I am a professional, and we don't need that much thread. That's sort of redundant. Now, where's the scissors? There it is. Fuck, I keep losing everything. Or like misplacing shit. Now, pop that in the guillotine, and then we'll make a knot on this end. And I usually, like, you have like one loop. I don't believe that's enough, so I like twin the yarn around itself 2 times to make a stronger, a bit bigger knot. Yes. And now to the exciting part, pulling a thread inside a needle. Not that it is hard, but it is the start of something amazing and great in every single possible instance. Now, it is very childish creation of birds, I must say. But it is the most easiest way to make birds, and I will never stop doing it. Now, I think that making like some sort of texture, now that just having a couple of V's in the sky is a good thing. I will like add a bit more volume to the wings and a bit more volume as to where the body is, to like make it actually look like bird. But I will have the same amount of stitches throughout the wingspan, so it's a bit easier to calculate. And now this is a very pretty V. Now I need to figure out which way they are flying. They are possibly flying out, like away. Yeah. And then I will, since they're flying this way, we'll see most of the underwing from this side, obviously. So that's why I'm extending this a bit, or like adding it underneath here, which makes sense. It is crows because they're black, of course. And then I will have to make some sort of head or like a body. Don't know how to do that, but oops. No, I think I will make, and then on the other wing spine it will be closer on the other side, you know. That makes sense. I am smart. Now, I can't really change the title because I'm not crocheting a jacket anymore. I am embroidering on a jacket. It's a... I don't believe people who people who don't know arts and craft won't know the difference, so it's okay. It's not the like end of the fucking world. If I can get this needle in through this hole, I would be happy. Thank you. That was a bit too wow. So I will have to get it through this one, so I won't just pluck up the same thread. Anyway, it happens. I mean, it did happen. Now, I think maybe having it from here, a bit like here, and then a bit more, I would assume. Like so. Yeah, that looks like a bird. And I will have to make, if I can get it through the flippy hole thing. Like right there. Thank you. And then I will have to extend the thread. Like the reason you don't want to use a long thread while embroidering is because the more the thread goes around in and out of the fabric, the more like plucked it becomes. Like it doesn't look as pretty as what it did when you first started to like do it. So now I want you to look at this nice bird. Doesn't that look realistic? I sure hope it does. Maybe it actually looks amazing. Now, so I will have to tie the knot on the back side, and then I will have to take a bit more thread and start the other one. And the reason why I won't just like stretch this one to the other side is because there's not enough yarn, or like there's not enough thread, right? So I would either way have to take a different piece of string, and for like the sake of prettiness on the back, having I don't know if there's a good example, but like the back side of it, you can, if you continue on like a lot further from like the thingy, it looks odd to like have a thread in between them, if that makes sense. Now I will take more black things and I will have it this long, which I think is the ish length of the other one. I am not sure. There is plausible deniability. Yeah. Plucking a thread inside the needle hole. I don't know why people say it's hard, but it may be hard because you're using the wrong. You're using too big thread on a too small needle head, and it might be because you just haven't perfected the way of making it. So let's make another bird. Let's, you know what the birds say? They say peep peep, and some crows say kraw kraw, and they usually steal your stuff. Now I am uncertain of how much of like the sky I am willing to paint, but to have like at least some sort of sky on the outline and then sort of moving upwards would be kind of nice, because I am, you know, just starting on crocheting. I mean, I'm just starting on making pictures of on this jacket. So if I am making a huge picture, maybe it will look out of place. So I'm having smaller like scenes instead, because it's a bit easier to handle. Now oops, it is sort of hard doing this. I don't know if I can zoom in more. I will find out when it shows. No, it's impossible. I've zoomed all there is. But anyway, it's okay. You can see it. That's the important part. And the most important part is that you are enjoying yourself and that you are fulfilled as a viewer, and that you leave this place with a good feeling in your tummy. I don't quite know. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. But if you would like to see me make a like morning sky, or like middle of the day type of sky, or whether or not you want like a darker sky, like a bit more on the evening, or like what kind of daytime it is. You are able to choose and help me decide if you write morning, evening, or sundown, sunrise in chat. And it will be a decision that will forever be on this jacket, in case you care. This bird is a bit wonkier, but that's okay, because birds, they flap their wings and they are not always like the same. They need to have some sort of subtle variant. So yeah, that's amazing. I think maybe I'm having a bit too much thread, so I won't like maybe it is yeah, possibly it might just be enough for the last crow. This last one, I am having 3 stitches on like the main part of the wing, and then I have 2 stitches on the like correlating side to make like the expanding wingspan. And then I usually have 1 line for like a body that goes a bit outside of like where the wing should be connected, and that is so I can have another stitch where the like butt is, to say it in the most non-profound way possible. Yes, amazing. This one has like their wings a bit longer up. Plate of brass. It's a plate of birds. It's crows. I don't know what brass is. No nerd. Rhythm. To your chat rules. I wrote those rules a year ago. Grass ass bass. Yeah, but that's not brass. You miss brass. Oh, right. To like the rhyme. Okay. I understand now. But I wrote those chat rules 2 years ago or so, and I haven't changed them, or like, so it's utter bullshit essentially. You don't have to pay a lot of attention to them. Add brass, I demand. No, I won't. I will not touch it. It's a piece of history, and there is no need to expand upon, or there's no need for it to change. It is no need. Okay. Who are you? Well, that's a good question. I am trying to, me and my psychiatrist are also trying to figure that out. Why you drinking at this time? Are you from Finland? Well, excuse me, but ice mixer peach is not red. This is not alcohol. It is soft. It's Kool-Aid liquid-ish that is from Norway, not Finland. And if you call me nerd one more time, I will block you. Why are you from Norway? Well, that's a very interesting question that is kind of hard to explain in any other way that it was where I was born. Sensitive. Well, I mean, you come here questioning everything. So yeah, it is not a nice way to introduce yourself. Being all high and mighty and demanding answers for things and calling me nerd. I am not a nice person. And I cannot be. So, the lost bird got a bit wonky. It looks a bit wonky. But relax your tits, bro. Wow, that was nice of you. I think the most funniest thing ever in the entire world is to remove people that are a bit too passive aggressive. So yeah, I don't need this, you know? It's not necessary, but oops. So I will make some trees. And since no people said, oh, what time of day it should be, it will be like midday. Sort of what it is now, although it is too close to winter, so it's not really what I imagine. It will be more like summer in this embroidered picture, and right now I am struggling getting the yarn through the needle. I think it's more like 50-50 chance of getting it or not. So yeah. So I will start on the top, I would guess. I don't, maybe if I make the like ends and like make the like branches first and like make like subtle indent to like the middle line that I have got going on here, I can make like differentiating lines, if that makes sense. Like that, and then make a longer one, and then going all the way back up there. Yeah, I think that would be a thing that works. And then I will make it a bit shorter. Maybe I can have some differentiating in that as well. Maybe it doesn't have to like become smaller all the time. Maybe it just has a differentiating vibe, you know? So I think I made the first line way too big, and it not being that pretty, but I think it is working out quite well. I think that I will have to make it sort of steeper, and then I will have to figure out how to like end it, which I'm not quite sure how to do, but that's okay because it'll work itself out if you just keep on going. Now I have short. I don't have that much yarn left on the thingy, but what if it just stops quite right about here, and I can make a sort of log seating place, and it will be like by the water, and it will be like pretty and like aesthetic in all those senses. I think that's a quite good idea, but then I just need to figure out how to do that, you know. And yeah, something along those lines. I will have to find the pencil, and I will make a shed type of situation, just a square and then a bit more wall, you know. It's just a box essentially, and with like a seating area, and it will be like something like that. Yeah, that makes sense to me, and that thus it will work itself out. Now I will have to sit more properly now. I think like from here, and I will have to change the threads, and then I will try to not have like more stitches than what's on the other side, you know, so it has a it is uniform. More thread. Fuck. I forgot that I will have to find it. I will just need to realize how stupid I was. Now. Wherever it is. Right, of course. Perfect. Or as we say in Norway, utmärket. Now. Perfect. Now I need this thread. And threading it through the eye of the needle. It is quite simple. I usually like move it a bit up and down to like move it, because putting it through that straight away is a bit corny. It's like it's not that effective. darker green in the middle of it. I just need to think about it for a while. Maybe not, you know? No. Because there is space in between them. It won't be the finest tree that I've made, but it will be pretty enough and adorable. I will have some differentiating in the length of the branches because it was starting to look a bit like it started to look a bit too perfect, if you know what I mean, like too symmetrical, and that's not what we want. That's some blast for me. I mean, this one can be short, but this one needs to be longer on a like different angle, which I did not prepare for at all, because I started from the bottom and worked my way up to the top, you know, as all the influencers nowadays are doing. Anyway, I will have a small top. Yeah. I will make an extra top because it was a bit too steep. So, I mean, it can like be fuller at the top, but it was starting to be a bit like unrealistic. So I think this smaller top on top of the bit bigger fullness of it will give it a bit more sense of being and like living. I mean, I don't know how much this tree is thinking about his future, or whether or not he has an extended car warranty, but I think it is important questions that it asks itself every single day before going to bed, because that's what trees do, of course. Now, to get in between all this is quite hard, so maybe I did an oopsie and I will have to think about that, but it looks cute, it looks okay, it is working. Now, for the last one on this tree, I I will, oops, I think I will, perhaps I will end this thread, obviously, and kill it by all means necessary, and I will then go in with some brown colors, maybe some lighter browns. To make this small shed, which makes it easier making the trees, you know. So I'm thinking this light brown that has slowly gone. Oh, I managed to retrieve it, which was, for a second there I didn't think it'd be possible, but I managed. Now it has made itself a knot, which I was not expecting. Luckily, this wasn't that bad of a knot. Yeah, I don't think I need that much. That was a bit too much. I'm gonna be careful talking this time, so I don't just drop it. Now, I think after making this shed, I will have to take some fresh air, you know, giving myself lesser and lesser chance of existing because it's fun. Now, I am thinking quite simple, you know, how like, you know, hammock type of thing, you know, just the trees and a line here and then like inward and like on a hill. It's sort of that design, only it's not by holding itself up with trees, you know, it's an actual structure. But oops, like this. Oops. And it's sort of hard winging like the stitches, because if it, you can't necessarily have it to be too short or nor too long. I at least practice very well having running stitches and realizing that some stitches are, you need like a consistency, and I taught myself that quite well while making the flower of life. There are some like teeny tiny stitches and some a bit ridiculously longer one compared to like the general amount of stitches, but I think it is necessary. This was the second thing I embroidered at all, like this flower of life. I have a pair in the shelf where the TV is that I made in 4th grade. Yeah. That is, and then I did that in this autumn, and you know, running stitches is really easy. There is no like, it isn't hard, it's quite simple, and therefore I was quite engaged to the idea that, oh well, if that's easy, it's gonna be really easy just making whatever on a jacket. And because I have a friend who made a jacket with like a lot of patches, these like squares and different shapes of something that is mechanically embroidered, right? And so I wanted to like have this battle jacket myself. I did not want to buy a lot of patches, so I thought, well, then I might just embroider it on the jacket myself, which was a horrendous, it was a fantastic idea. And so far, I have been really happy about the design choices. I mean, like, the motifs are really hippie-ish and like, yeah, it is very like cutesy, flowers, nature, and such. That is at least the main idea for what to fill it in with, is mostly nature inspired, and I don't believe I will change that theme because it's too late now, and no way I am taking up these things. That's why I want like a bit smaller pieces, figuring it out, yeah, it is easier in this way now. Yeah, that makes sense. Sort of. Oops. It will make more sense when there is wood things between it, or like, yeah. But if I don't think I can have the same thread. I need a different color for differentiating. And yes, now I mean, yeah. Perfect. Then I need a different shade of brown. Maybe a bit redder to like emphasize that the thing is man-made. Now, I did a poor job of like putting these in like plates, it's not that easy. need that much thread. Now, I would have to live with them not being spun or in a good way until I make new ones, or like I have new yarn to put it, like, yeah. So, and then I will have to put some green in it, and this was starting to fall a bit loose, which is a bit annoying. Yes, it needs to be done. Now I will have to find where to put it up, and I forgot to. That's mild frustration. I forgot to tie the knot before starting, which is very, it's not the end of the world, but it makes you do that. Breathe heavy. So the inside of this is red-ish, or like a bit more red. But I'm not like filling it in completely. No, not like to the brim, just like ish to the brim. And I think I'm going to be a bit of a genius quite right about now, because I'm gonna pull it under this line for like depth, you know, because this line is technically in front of this. So instead of having this small corner with like just one small line, that is a different way I can fill it in now with this technique, this never seen before technique, this neat little trick. And then I need to fill in the top of this hammock sort of thingy. And you know, when you're like starting to get small yarn, it's very like intense, because fuck, maybe it's just not enough, and that thought is always annoying. I do believe this will be quite just about enough. And the same little neat trick, putting it under this thread, doing that, and then plucking it through. Personally, it looks sort of like a ham. It looks like meat, actually, more than a hammock, but that's okay, it happens. It do actually happen. I lost it. I didn't lose it, but I dropped it. The needle, that is. Now, that is quite enough of that. I do personally believe it looks cute, like structures and such. You know, when you're in the woods, you usually wear red, so other hunters and like people can know that, oh shit, that is not a bush, you know. boo-hoo to people who are red, green, colorblind. But let me show you this small little thingy. It looks really cute. So I will then have to move like the water. I will have to like do some long stitches for the greenery, and then I will make some more of those trees. I will have a bit higher here and a bit lower here just to add dimension, and then I will have like small lines of blues, not really filling this part in, but small around the edge, just like that. And then possibly make some sky. I am not quite sure. I am actually a bit uncertain, but I will have to move. I'll come back. Hold on. I needed to find a new pack of fresh air because I don't know about you, but I am restless.